Good morning everybody. Let me remind you one more time, whenever you go through my videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. In the previous classes, we have discussed about different kinds of mixtures and their separation techniques. A mixture which has two components can be usually separated by using a single method. But if a mixture which has more than two components, how it can be separated into its individual components? Yes, by using more than one method. So we can say that a mixture which is having more than two components can be separated into its components by combinations of different methods of separation. So today we will be taking different kinds of examples to learn how different techniques can be utilized to separate different components of the mixture. Let us take first example, that is separation of iron filling, sand and ammonium chloride. Whenever we want to separate the components of the mixture, we should first find out some of the properties which are different for different components. Like in this example, we know very well that iron is attracted by magnet, whereas ammonium chloride undergoes sublimation process. But sand does not show any of these properties. So the difference in their properties will be used to separate them from their mixture. Our first step is magnetic separation. Iron fillings are attracted by a magnet, so they are removed by the method of magnetic separation. When a magnet is moved in this mixture, iron fillings cling to the magnet and get separated. We are then left with ammonium chloride and sand. Now, ammonium chloride and sand can be separated by using the process of sublimation. Have a look on the upcoming video to understand it better.
To separate ammonium chloride from sand, put the mixture of sand and ammonium chloride in a china dish and cover it with a funnel. Plug the tip of the funnel with cotton. The china dish is heated gently. Ammonium chloride, a sublimate substance, changes into vapor and gets condensed on the cooler sides of the funnel. The non-sublimate substance, sand, will remain behind in the china dish.
Scrape the ammonium chloride from the inner walls of the funnel. Thus, a mixture of sand and ammonium chloride can be separated by sublimation.
Now, our next example is the separation of common salt from the mixture of common salt and chalk powder. In this mixture, we are having two constituents, that is common salt and chalk powder. Let us understand their properties first of all. We know very well that common salt is soluble in water, whereas chalk powder is insoluble in water. So, this difference in their solubility will be used to separate them. First of all, water is added to the mixture of common salt and chalk powder and we use to stir it. Then common salt is dissolved in water to form salt solution, whereas chalk powder remains undissolved. Now, through the process of filtration, chalk powder is obtained on the filter paper as a residue and salt solution is obtained as filtrate in a separate beaker. Now, we are having salt solution from which we need to separate salt. So, the next step will be evaporation. We allow the salt solution to evaporate till dryness and common salt will be left behind as a residue in china dish. The third example we are having, that is separation of sand, water and mustard oil from their mixture. In this mixture, we have three components, sand, water and mustard oil. Now we know that sand is a solid which is insoluble in water as well as mustard oil. On the other hand, Water and mustard oil are immiscible liquids which form a separate layer. The mixture of sand, water and mustard oil is filtered first of all through the process of filtration. In this process, sand will be left on the filter paper as a residue and we will be getting the mixture of water and mustard oil as a filtrate. Now this mixture of water and mustard oil is put in a separating funnel where water forms a lower layer and mustard oil forms a upper layer. Let us understand their separation through upcoming video.
Separating immiscible liquids. A separating funnel is used for the separation of immiscible liquids of different densities. Examples are oil and water. A separating funnel is a special flask in the shape of an inverted cone. It has a mouth at the top and a stopcock at the bottom. The mixture of immiscible liquid is filled in the separating funnel placed on a stand. It is allowed to stand for some time. The two liquids form distinct layers. The lighter liquid comes to the top and the heavier liquid settles at the bottom. Now the stopcock is opened and at first the bottom layer is removed. When this is finished, the top layer is removed into another container. Thus, we can separate the two liquids.
Now, I hope you have understood today's topic, that how we need to utilize more than one method to separate the different components of the mixture. On the basis of today's topic, I have given you 3 questions. Please go through these questions and write down in your registers. Thank you. Have a nice day.